Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video, and as you can see I've got a double pager happening. I'm working on photos from New York. These are specific from the Upper West Side area near my hotel. I love the Upper West Side. I love the architecture. I love the proximity where you're kind of equally between Riverside Park and Central Park. I love the vibe. Just, it's a different vibe than Midtown. Midtown is kind of crazy, lots of tourists, and granted, I'm a tourist too, so I get it. But sometimes it's very overwhelming. I'm not a big crowd person. So I can hang in Midtown if I'm going to the theater or doing something specific there, going to Rockefeller or something. But then I want to be gone. I want to go somewhere else where it's quieter, less chaotic, a real neighborhood where like real New Yorkers are living in their neighborhood. And this definitely fits the bill for me. And I really love all the architecture. Look at these beautiful buildings. Come on. I'd love to wake up and see that every day. Okay, so what am I going to do with it though? That's the question. I have a very neutral palette here. Kind of this red brick brown tone, very gray, different shades of gray here, maybe a light brown. Same happening here. So it would be smart to use something of a neutral, but I also maybe am thinking like a light blue because I've got sky showing in several of these and it would help lighten it up, I think. So I need 2 cards, obviously. I've got 2 empty pockets here. So I need that. And then of course I need to find some embellishments for this. Not exactly sure what that's going to be. I have this set of stickers sitting on my desk. And actually I have 2. I have this one. Let me grab the other one here. And this one. They're very much like city coded things. There are several light blue things here too, which is awesome. And then over here, I like this suitcase, but I'm wondering if like, will that bring it down? Is it too dark? It probably depends on the cards I find. And I should also show, I have this map too, which I like. Now this may be meant for being like more outdoorsy, hiking or something with the way that's done, but I don't think so. I think I could use that for the city. So I have lots of good options here. So let me start on my cards. All right, I have one card so far I think that I like, and it's going to be my neutral one. I can't have 2 neutrals. That's like too much. But I like this one. In the city, but the only part is it says around downtown. This is not downtown. This is Upper West Side. So I will have to find a phrase that like fits in there or cover it with washi or something to not have that on there. I may also cover up this car. If I could find something small enough to fit in there, that would be awesome, because never ever bring a car to New York City, especially if you're a tourist. Now, my friend who lives there lives a little outside the city. She will drive every now and then, like one of the time. No, twice. I take that back. Twice now. We have met up and she has chosen to drive like within New York City. Would I do it? No, absolutely not. But I certainly wasn't doing it this time. I was walking, taking bus and subway. So I want to cover that up. I just have to figure out like, where is this better place? Probably here, because I've got all the blues. Maybe I need to change it actually. All the blue is on the right side. I just realized that. So maybe I need to mix that up. Maybe I need to look at my photo arrangement. I have switched up my photo options here. I moved things around so that the blue would be a little bit more distributed. I have these kind of apart from each other because you can see this sort of reddish brown color there and here, so I didn't want them right next to each other. This is more standard brown. That's like a coffee brown, so I'm cool with that being there. And now over here, I have some blue. So I think that's better distribution. So I still need to find my other card though, and I do have, where did I put them? I have a stack of cards that were specific to New York, so that a lot of them actually say New York, or you can tell from the scene on them they're New York. I probably can use one of those that does not need journaling because I've got this open space. And actually, I don't know that I need all that space. I could really just put like a phrase of some kind and then maybe a larger embellishment. How large are these? None of these would fill up the whole space. I kind of like this one that says soak it all in, because that's kind of what I do. I just walk around, I'm like, oh my God, look at these lovely buildings. And I'm just walking. and admiring. And there's nothing wrong with that. When I'm on vacation there, hey, I can do that. But that definitely is kind of my attitude. So maybe I'll end up using that one. I don't know. But it certainly wouldn't take up the whole card. Now, I just realized I could also choose to cover up this whole thing with that. I think it would fit there. And then I would have brown and blue. I'd still have to cover this up though. This is the one that irritates me a little bit. And I catch myself wondering, should I save that for another trip since it says downtown? No, I refuse. I will make it work here. I have found another card I like for this, but it too is going to need alteration. Sometimes it's just the way things happen, but the colors are perfect. Look at this. It's got the brown tone that's in these, but it's a lighter one, which is totally fine. It's got the light blue geotag. Awesome. This is the part I don't like. Only open roads. To me, that implies like you're going on a car journey, which definitely is not the case here. Now, I was going places after this that I had never been to. I went up to the Hispanic Society, way up north in Manhattan. Had never been there. Went to Trinity Cemetery uptown. Never been up there. So it kind of applies, but if I could, I would choose to cover that. I'm not quite sure how to do that. I would again need a big embellishment or somehow find something that would cover this. It's such a weird thing that it's like a semicircle, so I don't know how that's gonna work. But I'm gonna leave it there for now. And I think I'm gonna focus on this card first because that seems easier to me to alter that. So I was talking about using this one, soak it all in. I just noticed it does have a little, the writing in it is kind of a dark green. I do have green happening here and there. It's not dark green, it's green. Would that work there? Oh, it would. Okay, you know what? Right now, I'm gonna say yes to that, but I feel like I need to cover up this first. Maybe I should do green. I think I have some thin green washi where that might work. I do have green washi and I kind of forgot about this one. I knew I had several that were quite narrow. I just didn't remember what all the designs were. This one actually has hearts on it. That is perfect for photos of the Upper West Side, at least for me, since I love it so much. So if I can figure out, have I even used this one ever? I have to figure out where the starting point is. Oftentimes I can't always see it, but I can feel it. There it is. Is that wide enough? It is. Yep, I'm using this washi. Now the card is all put together and I love it. I put this, I lowered it down as much as I could so it barely covers the top of the circle that's under there. But I love that because I didn't want these to feel like they're right across from each other. Got something poking out under there. There we go. And then I love this strip of washi that it just covers it up perfectly. So yay, that's done. Now I can just journal on it and I'll probably do that off camera. So now I have to figure out this one, this one, and then I need, where would I put a phrase? Probably over here because I want a visual triangle kind of. So yeah, I need something over here in the lower right. I think I have found the perfect travel phrase. And you know what? This is good because I'm having to alter so much stuff on this one. It's nice to find something that will just work as is. Look at that phrase. In this city, every building is a work of art. Yes, that is true. So I can get these out of here. There we go. It's gonna go end to end, I think. Is this already made to be like 3x4? Well, a little bit larger. I'll have to trim off the edge a little tiny bit, but that is fine. But yes, I think that's what I want. I may also trim it down, see if I can get it a little closer cut to the bottom line here. It's pretty wide. So I probably would trim that a little bit and then cut off the end. I did trim this down both top and bottom and I like that much better. It was just feeling really wide before. So now I'm going to put on my adhesive, get this centered, and then I will cut off what I don't need. All right, that's cut down, attached, looking good. Done with that one. I did put it back in the pocket since I'm not going to add anything else there. This one stays out because I have to journal. Now I have to figure out what the heck am I going to do about this one? This phrase really bothers me, so I need to cover it up with something. But trying to do that is interesting. I was like, oh, I know I have some kind of a semicircle sticker in a paper person kit from a while ago that I bought. Yes, I do, but they are completely the wrong colors. I was thinking something like this would be, good, and it would totally cover it. Wrong color. Why can't this be in a neutral so that it would really help me? Well, that's not going to happen. So I do love the rest of this stuff though, but I'm not solving the problem. So I just have to think a little bit about what else I can do creatively that will cover that. I actually do have some stamps. I think they're from Everyday Explorers Co. that are curved. Maybe I'm going to have to actually stamp, cut it out, and cover it that way. I don't know. We'll see. I'm using this stamp set. I am going to attempt to use this part down here. It's not quite perfect to this, but I'm wondering if I stamp the whole thing and then I cut it out, if I can kind of work the part that I need, because I'm only going to stamp this part. So I'll stamp the whole thing first and then cut it out and just see, can I maneuver the ends of it to make it fit there? All right, that did not work. My stamping, I could not. I tried it in 2 different sizes. It still just doesn't quite fit over there. Right, you could still see a little peeking out, and I'm not gonna mess with that. So now I have found these stickers, and I'm wondering if I should choose this one or this one. That is more gray than blue, but I have gray hair. I might be able to get away with that, and then just put a blue geotag on top. I have plenty of those. So, not that big of a deal. It's just a little hard for me to eyeball this and figure out, is it actually the right size? I decided to go back into the Kelly Perky / Paper Person set I had. It was this thing that I showed earlier when it was all closed up, and I said, oh, I have these stickers, but they're not the right size or color or whatever. Then I went into the die cut pack, the little ephemera pieces, and I think I found something that's gonna work. So bizarre. I have this, I have this. This is a city skyline, is it not? Look at this. When I put it on there, it fits the geotag right between the buildings. I mean, I feel like I have to use it. I have found nothing else that's as good. The stamping didn't work. I'm going with that. There it is. All put together except for my journaling. Whew, this one was kind of the bane of my existence. It was a struggle. I'm glad it's done. Here's another one finished for New York. Thanks for watching.